Hey guys, welcome to the second version of our community AMA. Let's. This is such a long time coming. I think our last AMA was in December, so super excited to have you guys here. And yeah, just before we get started, can you guys in the chat just say if you can hear me properly? Just say hi if you guys can say that if you can hear my stream, if you can hear my voice. Just drop a hi on the chat if you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. Great. So wonderful, guys. Today we have. Oh wow! Look at all those people. Uh, Guys, it's great to see you. Great to see you all. And we hope to continue with the different sort of we did different sort of updates that we have to share with you. And I'm excited to share. Excited to show you guys some of the work the team has been working on, show you stuff that is live, give you an idea of what's going to happen in the following weeks, and we take it from there. As you can see, this is our second AMA. We have a much more professional setup. Comments that you guys ask, questions that you guys ask will kind of be shown up in the stream, and I will be answering them for you guys. So it's great to see all of you. Let's get started. So I'm going to share my screen, and we take things one step at a time. Yeah. So before we begin, I think it's really interesting to get a quick progress update as to where we are today. Of course, today we are waking up in a market that is brutal as hell. But I think one thing for sure is one thing that is not decreasing is our community and the growth that we're seeing so far. Our Twitter page now is to around 45,000 followers. That's amazing. I think the number of people that are following us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord is fantastic, right? And so it's amazing to see all the different sort of people that have been with us and are joining us in this journey. Um, so as we begin, we would like to first talk a bit about the community, the people, and without the people, MahaDAO is nothing, right? And I think the best way for the people to get involved with MahaDAO is to become a DAO patron. So MahaDAO has what is called as the DAO patrons, which is essentially a way for people like yourself, viewers like yourself, to earn rewards and incentives for doing something or anything really that helps the MahaDAO grow. And so what we have here is, the application form for people to become a part of the MahaDAO. As you can see, you start with talking a bit about yourself, and there are many people that have, sort of been with us in this journey, who have talked about their amazing stories, who have contributed in different ways to the MahaDAO. And essentially, it's a way for people like yourself to not only contribute from the MahaDAO, but to also be a part of the MahaDAO governance. So please do visit the DAO patrons. The link is is right on the screen, and it will also be shared in the uh, description of the chat. Yeah. So, with that being said, let's jump on to some of the major updates that we have to share with you during this AMA. And I think the first thing, what better to start off is to talk about our BAC chain launch. So let me just open up what we have here. In the coming week, MahaDAO is officially gonna launch on the BAC network. And Binance Smart Chain is one of the biggest layer two, or I would say layer one, blockchain out there with a community and ecosystem that is far bigger than any of the other chains MahaDAO has been on. And this is a very exciting sort of update for us, because essentially it means that MahaDAO will start stepping into your pancake swaps, your Shiba Inus, Binance Smart Chain community and ecosystem coins will start to sort of be a part of the MahaDAO ecosystem. So our first major update is the fact that we are going to go live on the BSC chain, and essentially right now as we speak, the team is basically focusing on deploying the BSC chain live as we speak. In the coming week, around Monday or Tuesday, we're going to announce that it is officially live, and you will actually be able to interact with the MahaDAO on the BAC chain. So all the features that you know and love sort of come onto the BAC chain with some special features, some special additions, which I'm going to share with you as the next update shortly in a while. Yeah. So as you can see, people have the ability to open loans, participate in stability pools, redeem their Earth and Maha Earth for any of the underlying collaterals, farm, trade, and so on and so forth. So all the things that we have currently live on the Polygon chain will be made available on the BSC chain. We have a team of business development executives that are going left, right, and center, partnering with different dApps, different projects, different communities to integrate Earth with their products. So coming next week, we're going to see a lot of integrations, a lot of work, a lot of partnerships with people, projects, communities from the BAC chain. So this is the first major update that I would like to share with you guys. The second major update is the fact that Maha is going to be used as collateral for Earth. Now, this is huge, guys. Just to sort of let's take a moment to understand what the implication of this means. Today, there are stablecoins that are done really well, where their model is to use their governance token as collateral for their stablecoin. Just to give you a few examples, Terra, for example, uses Luna as collateral for their stablecoin Terra USD, right? Frax, for example, uses Frax shares, their governance token, as collateral for their stablecoin Frax. So a lot of these stable coins that are very successful, that have grown to a massive level, have used their underlying governance token as collateral for their stable coin. And today we're excited to share with you guys that Maha also will be used as collateral for Earth. So if you look here, for example, in the stability pool section, you can see the different collaterals that the system supports, right? The Earth token will support. Obviously, we're starting off with BNB, right? Because Binance Smart Chain, nothing is complete with the BNB token. We are starting with BUSD, of course, for the whales that would like to farm Earth without much risk. But as you can see, we also have Maha as well as collateral as collateral for Earth. And this is a major step in terms of liquidity, in terms of use case for Maha. As more Maha gets locked for minting Earth, that creates scarcity as well. So I think it's fantastic to see more scarcity for Maha, more liquidity for Earth, uh, more integrations, more chains coming in for both Earth and Maha. And this is something that we're very excited to share with you guys. How are you all doing so far? And it's great to see all the questions from the community. I think it's fantastic to see all the people that are with us right now. But guys, we are just halfway through with the updates, and I'm just going to take a moment to sort of go to the next one that we have so far. The next one is very interesting. It is something that we have been waiting for a long time, and some of the community members have been asking us for a while. When can we see Maha on the Anyswap on the BAC chain? So I'm excited to share with you guys that Maha is finally on Anyswap. AnySwap is a router protocol that lets you sort of switch assets between different chains. And so essentially, if you go to AnySwap right now, you can see that. Let's see, let me just open up, or not BAC testnet, let me open up ETH chain for a moment. Let's go here, Ethereum, close. Um, okay, refresh. All right. So there we go. How awesome is that, right? So Maha is now officially on the BAC chain, and that means that you can sort of easily transfer your Maha from ETH chain to BAC chain using any swap. But not only can you do Ethereum to BAC chain in one transaction, you can also do Polygon to BAC chain through one transaction, which means people who are already on Polygon don't have to worry about going to Ethereum, paying the massive gas fees, taking money out of their pockets to pay the massive gas fees. They can just go directly from Polygon to BSC chain and back and forth. AnySwap team has been very amazing in giving us support, in giving us the love and the integration for making this happen. And let me show you guys what we have here. So if you look at the Maha pool over here, the team has already added liquidity for ETH and BAC chain, and there's already liquidity for Polygon. So you guys can go and straight away, swap between Polygon, BAC chain, and so on. Let me see if I can demonstrate. If I can demonstrate live for you guys a swap between Polygon and BAC chain. Let's see here. Let's go to Polygon mainnet. Let me just open my wallet. Okay. So I'm right now on the Polygon mainnet and I'm choosing Maha. Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. I think the balance. So let's choose BAC network. Okay. Maybe refresh. Maha. So, okay, one sec. Let's forget about it. Irrespective, yeah, you can easily swap between Polygon to BEC chain, and I think the transaction fee is something like 2.8. Sorry, what is the transaction fee? It is 0.1%. Yeah, not bad actually. So yeah, there we go. This is the second update that we would like to share with you guys today. Now, moving on, I think what else do we have to show? Oh, yes, the wallet. Guys, we're super excited to share with you guys that the wallet that we have been working on that will allow people to transfer Earth and Maha on the Maha chain across many different assets, right? Trade Maha and Earth across many different assets, and also allow for Earth to be used as CDBC is soon going to go live next week. So, which means that we're going to be conducting the official beta of the Earth wallet sometime in the coming week. So, by Monday, we're expecting the BAC chain to sort of go live. Uh, Mid next week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday or so, we're actually going to give you guys, the people, hands-on access to the Earth wallet, where you can send, swap, receive, and even do private transactions with Earth, Maha, and all the other different assets that the Earth wallet would kind of support. So we're gonna have our open beta so that you guys can test it, break it, find bugs, let us know what is wrong with the wallet, and yeah. And this is the wallet, guys, that, by the way, is going to host the Petro current cryptocurrency, which is the official cryptocurrency of Venezuela. So I'm very excited to have you guys, have you guys, test it, get your hands on it, um, and see if you can, report some bugs as well. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in the screen. I don't know if you guys can notice, but if you look here, there is even a referral system that will be made live shortly, where if you refer a friend, he or she also earns rewards, and even you earn rewards for referring your friends. So there's a built-in referral system inside of the wallet to grow MahaDAO, to grow the Earth ecosystem to something really big. So that is the next update that we have. Oh, and of course, the last bit that we wanted to share with you guys is, of course, the one and only Maha Chain. So currently, let me share my screen again. Um, we There we go. Fantastic. So, guys, what you're seeing right now is an actual implementation, a live implementation of Mahachain, the first blockchain with built-in incentives for anybody that is building on it. Which means if you're a person that is building a DApp like Compound or Aave, if you're deploying, let's say, a ERC20 token on the Maha chain, then you will be earning a small percentage of rewards in Maha for simply building on the Maha chain. So what you see here is an actual live blockchain created by the MahaDAO team. And this is the Explorer, that where you can sort of explore all the different transactions and see the different people that are using this. This blockchain is currently compatible with MetaMask, which means that you can sort of send transactions, deploy, interact with smart contracts, and maintain assets, just like how you would, sort of interact with other assets in just one place. Let me see if I can share that as well. Let me share screen again. Yeah. So as you guys can see here, I'm just connecting my MetaMask, and I'm choosing the Maha chain over here. And I can see my balance, I can interact, I can send, receive, maintain assets, and all the transaction fees will be in Earth. And that's another cool thing, is that all the transaction fees will be stable. So, of course, there's a question in the chat: what is the currency that will be used for gas on the Maha chain? And the currency is basically Earth. And so we'll be using Earth as the currency to send and receive transactions on the Maha chain. Now, this makes it really cool, guys, because the transaction fee is going to be predictable, right? You can understand that, oh, if I save $1,000 today, I can roughly make 10,000 or 100,000 transactions, give or take, right? It's not going to be the case where I save $1,000 today, 1,000 Earth today, and then tomorrow I can only do maybe half of that much transactions, right? Because Earth is stable in value, there is not going to be that much price fluctuation in the gas fees. So we're very excited to, yeah, um, share the system. And also, one of the most amazing things to note is that the first use case of the Earth wallet, or the Maha chain and the Earth wallet, will be in Venezuela, where the Venezuelan petro will be used and implemented on the Maha chain. So, the guys, this is the live progress. As you can see, the blocks are being minted in every 6 seconds. These are the different wallets. Is using Substrate and Polkadot, which makes it very efficient and easy to use and easy to maintain for the team. And we're working towards closing the testnet and documentation over the next few weeks. The goal is to make this live sometime around Feb, but we look to see that this should go live sometime around, yeah, mid or end of Feb. That's our target for the mainnet launch. So yeah, this is what we have for Mahachain. Again, a lot of work, a lot of exciting stuff with Mahachain. And lastly, we want to talk about, of course, the governance and the Maha and the locking of Maha. So essentially, if you go to gov.mahadao.com, you can start to lock your Maha and be a part of the MahaDAO governance. Essentially, being a part of governance lets you sort of, be a part of, earn rewards, earn incentives, earn APRs for simply locking your Maha tokens as rewards. And this lets us sort of create a scarcity, not only a scarcity for Maha, but also a lot of positive activity between those who stake their Maha. Remember, if you stake your Maha, only then will you be eligible for rewards. Only then can you participate in voting and governance and all the different benefits that the governance has to offer. For example, here, if you look at it, you can earn a 96% APR for staking your Maha for 4 years. And if you stake your Maha, basically, then you will get rewards in Maha, Earth, USDC, Scallop, Forward, all these different coins that sort of, are part of the governance, right? So just by holding and locking your Maha earns you so many benefits that you will receive besides just, the Maha price itself. That is what we have, and this is, I think, one more update that we would like to share with you guys is our staking. Uh, our our main focus in the next few weeks is to make sure that we also get a lot of people to stake and lock their Maha, simply because locking and staking Maha removes Maha out of circulation. Now, what is the meaning of that, right? It means that if there's more Maha that is not traded or is locked, is kept aside, then the scarcity for Maha increases, right? So, this is our staking portal. As you can see, this is currently work in progress. It's a really beautiful looking portal that lets people, no matter which chain they are, to sort of integrate with stake into the Maha protocol with as little gas fees as possible. So here, what you can see is that you can get an APY of 95% for locking your Maha in governance and helping secure the protocol. And it's basically four different steps, but the user only has to do one step, yeah, only one transaction. So this first step is that you withdraw your Maha from KuCoin. If you have Maha in your wallet, that is also fine. The second step is that you transfer the Maha to a staking contract. So you choose how much Maha you want to transfer. So you enter the amount and then you press submit, right? And the third step is you choose how long you want to stake, right? Uh, this is a really simple slider. Obviously, if you stake for 4 years, you get the maximum benefits from out of the staking protocol. So we encourage people to stake for 4 years. But if you don't want to stick for 4 years, if you want to say stake for, let's say, 3 months or 1 month, you still earn an APY according to that. So step number three is to simply choose how long you want to lock your Maha. And step number four is a little bonus, right? You will earn rewards, lottery tickets, giveaways that we'll continuously keep on having every month. For example, once this page goes live, the first giveaway is a brand new Tesla that we're going to give away to our community. So, stake your Maha and win a Tesla. How awesome is that? Yeah. So that's for the updates, guys. A lot of stuff that we have been working on, and I think we're going to continue to deliver more updates and share with you progress that has been worked on so far. I'm going to take some questions now from the community. So we have taken, I think, 25 minutes of your time to show you guys what we worked on. I think for the next 25 minutes, Let's take questions from the community to show, to sort of talk a bit about what are the things that, what are the things people would like to have answered. Okay, so the first question is, let's see here. Um, da, 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 da. So when Scallop, Polygon, and BAC bridge by JFR. Okay, so one of the cool things, JFR, that we have done when we integrated Maha into Anyswap is that we also integrated Scallop uh, onto Anyswap as well. So if you go here and you check on Scallop, you will see that there is already the Scallop token on Anyswap live. So you can actually swap your Scallop tokens from Polygon to BAC chain and back and forth through Anyswap. So that is something special that we have done for the Anyswap, for the Scallop token. And guys, Scallop token is Scallop is a fantastic project. Obviously, they have their token unlocks coming about, but the fundamentals of Scallop is really really strong. And I think one of the focuses, like one of the goals for the Maha team, is to make sure that the Scallop is a home run, right? So in the month of May is when a lot of hype, a lot of attention is going to come back to Scallop, because that's when not only do all the vesting get over, but the main product launches for Scallop happens in the month of May. So just like how Maha had like a 12-month period where we had these investors, private sellers that were there for Maha, Scallop is going to go through the same thing. But in the case of Scallop, the period is much shorter. For Maha, it was 12 months of vesting for private investors, whereas for Scallop is barely just 3 months, right? So we're very excited for Scallop because Scallop is also getting Earth credit cards, which means you can use your credit card to spend your Earth and Maha. And I mean, I think that's awesome. And that's just like, kudos to the Scallop team for getting all these licenses and things in place. So moving on, I think we have a ton of questions. Let's go through them one by one. So next question is from Timo that says, I have locked Maha X on Polygon. Okay. So you have locked your Maha X on Polygon here. Is there any drawback when Maha launches on BAC chain? So the beautiful thing, guys, is that locking your Maha means that you're going to get staking rewards and you're going to get all these benefits that will continuously push to the Maha holders, right? Maha X holders, yeah. When Maha launches on BEC chain, I believe that the scarcity of Maha will start to increase even more, because we're gonna make the Maha token used as collateral for Earth. And so essentially, um, that's going to be a very interesting thing moving forward. So it's essentially, we're going to see more scarcity for Maha, so obviously a better price. But essentially, that means that more people get introduced to Maha, more people get to farm Maha. So I don't think there's going to be a drawback as such. I think is definitely a good thing that Maha is launching on BSC chain. We get more people, more users, more farmers, more projects working with Maha. Then let's see here. Um, so when is the estimated deadline? So I think this was a question that was asked when we talked about Earth loans, but I'll give you guys estimated deadlines. Please know that these are obviously estimates, and we always, have a tendency to kind of miss these deadlines. But we do try our best to not be within 2 weeks or a week, week beyond these deadlines. But essentially, for the Earth loans launch on BC chain, we're expecting on Monday. We're expecting our wallet beta to go live middle of next week, so either a Wednesday or Thursday. We're expecting Maha Chain mainnet to go live in Feb, and that also goes for the wallet as well. So these are some of the tentative deadlines that we're looking at. What makes Mahachain different from the rest? Essentially, Mahachain is the first blockchain with built-in economic incentives. So if you look at a recent Cointelegraph article, which I'm just going to share on the YouTube as well. Yeah. So if you look at this, Essentially, we talk about Mahachain, how it's the world's first DAO-powered blockchain with built-in economic policies. The white paper for Mahachain is still not yet released. We're kind of developing it, working on it. We're expecting early end of Jan or early Feb to release the white paper that details these built-in economic policies. But that's the cool thing about Mahachain is that it's a very economically incentivized blockchain, right? So as Maha price continues to grow, all the people that continue to build dApps and things on the Maha chain will get Maha rewards based on how much volume they're able to drive. If you think about it, today if you are building on Ethereum, you don't get any sort of incentive for mining, for building and promoting the Ethereum blockchain. Whereas if you build on Maha chain, you will get Maha incentives and buybacks that you can do, to do whatever you want, to fund yourself, to push your token price up, whatever it is, right? So that's the benefit of using Mahachain. So will Anyswap support Earth? At the moment, not yet, and the answer is yes. We will work with the Anyswap team to support cross-chain swapping of Earth across all the different chains, BAC chain, ETH chain, and the Polygon chain, and also one day even Mahachain as well. We'll be working with the Anyswap team to integrate Mahachain as well. So that is something that yeah, we're going to be working on. Is there any dApp on the Mahachain testnet? So currently there are dApps, yes. So the answer to your question is yes, but these are dApps built by our in-house team. The details for the testnet have not yet been released publicly. So the moment we release the testnet details publicly, then anyone can build any dApps onto the testnet. So next question by the community. Hi, Stephen. I have a question about staking rewards. Can you explain to us how they are calculated? Also, want to ask when you expect for the Deadpool to start paying off. All right, fantastic question, Ladislav. And so, essentially, with respect to staking rewards, currently we have a sheet. Let me show you. Let me bring it up here. Staking, yeah, Mass staking APRs. So this is the calculation that we have. This is the calculation for what we have done with respect to Maha staking. As you can see here, these are the token rewards that have been allocated to us over the coming year. Like we have 60,000 Maha, 1 million scallop, and over 5 million forward tokens. Right, forward is not yet live, so we don't know exactly, what kind of APR we will see with forward, but these are the rough APRs that we should be seeing. And if you look at the amount of Maha X, right, just add that number here and you should get the actual APR over here. Now, there is an issue with the current staking portal. If you look at what we have here, there is an issue where people are receiving rewards, but they're not exactly as accurate as what the APIs are shown over here. So this is an issue simply because when we built the staking protocol, right, we were doing something very complex. Like we were taking the best of what is Alpha Finance and the best of Curve Finance and bringing them together, basically, right? However, certain issues did arise where some of the rewards were a little less than what they were projected on the screen. So, to address this, the team is currently over the weekend working on new staking contracts, which would get deployed next week. Any disparity in the staking rewards will be airdropped, calculated and airdropped back to the holders. So you don't have to do anything. We're already on our toes to get this fixed. And I think tentative timeline is next week. This weekend we're working on the new contracts, and by next week we would have them deployed. So you should be getting the right APRs starting next week onwards. And the second question is, when do you expect Deadpool to start paying off? So we have actually built some smart contracts to automate the payout of the Deadpools. Let me see if I can bring it up. So this is MahaDAO. Where is governance contracts? Yeah, here. So let me just bring it up. One moment. Yes, taking. Okay, so these, right? So we had actually built these contracts a few days ago, but these contracts is currently under audit. Once they finish audits, then we will have them deployed. And the moment that we have them deployed, that's when the Deadpool payouts go through. Currently in the Deadpool, we have about 20,000 Maha that needs to get deposited. So when the audit report comes and we are able to push things live, we will have the 20,000 Maha deposited, and the APRs for the Deadpools will start right from there. So that's with the Deadpool as such. Who are your launch partners for the BAC chain launch? Okay, so I'm going to share with you business pipeline. Yeah, so this is an internal pipeline the team is currently focusing on. And as you can see, we have, I mean, how many do we have? Let's just count here. So, how many? Close to 41 different projects that we are working with. These range from DEXs to lending protocols to exchanges to farming protocols, farming aggregators, and other kinds of protocols here. So we're working. We have this list, this Excel sheet of different projects that we are working with. That will let us sort of, yeah. That's going to be the focus the next week onwards once we launch on the BAC chain. Yeah. Does the team have funds to sustain 2 to 3 years without selling coins in 2022? Absolutely. I mean, essentially, we have a trading desk as well, which is earning revenue from doing things like arbitrage with Earth and so on. So we have a trading desk which is also earning revenue and also an investment arm where we do investments into different projects. Pretty soon, the investment arm will focus to invest only on projects that are grown in the Maha chain. You see, so pretty soon Maha chain projects will get investments from MahaDAO, and so already there's enough funds in place and there's enough funds to sort of continue to grow as well for the MahaDAO. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Um, and next question is, will Maha be used as collateral on Polygon Chain 2 or only BAC? That's the cool thing, Arnold, is that Maha is going to be used also as collateral for the Polygon chain as well. The team is right now working on that. So that's something, yeah, that's something amazing that I might forgot to share as well. Uh, so a question from Jav, one of our loyal contributors. Will the Maha chain be a fork of anything? And also, what would be the reward structure for node validators? And how would the economic incentives work? Wow, that's a big question. A lot of stuff in just one sentence. All right, so the Maha chain is currently a fork of Substrate. We're exploring two chains, Substrate and Cosmos. At the moment, we're leaning more towards Substrate, and we're working to implement proof of stake on the Substrate chain. And so essentially, we're working on that. So it's a focus substrate. The reward structure is going to be all the Earth transaction fees that nodes, the transaction fees that are paid out, those go to the nodes as transaction fees. And economic incentives, basically, there is a budget of Maha tokens, which I will touch upon a bit later. So this is a budget of Maha that we're looking at every month. So as you can see here, every month there's 55,000 Maha tokens that come out of the ecosystem fund to be used for various different incentives and things that the MahaDAO needs to grow. If it Earlier I mentioned about MahaDAO patrons, so there's roughly 5,000 Maha per month. Um, we have 5,000 Maha for community incentives like T-shirts, giveaways, other growth related activities, stuff for Mahachain. There's about 20,000 Maha that is allocated for the Mahachain. So all the different projects and dApps, right? This 20,000 Maha will be split in different ways to these different dApps, right? And so economic incentives for just in terms of budget wise, this 20,000 Maha allocated every month. Obviously, as Maha price continues to grow, the incentive value in dollar terms continues to grow. And we will be releasing a white paper to explain in detail more about this. Yeah. So next question is, when Tesla wins Scala Bridge. So When Tesla, basically Tesla is right after we a month once we get the staking this portal live in collaboration with Fireblocks, right? Once we get this portal live, then there's going the Tesla campaign will restart and it'll run for 1 month. And Scallop is already live. This, yeah, we talked about it just now. Yeah. Also, oh my god. So I'm going to try and see if I can answer questions a bit more quicker, just to make sure that we there's so many questions, guys. I'm trying my best to answer everyone's queries. Okay, is taking only going live with BAC launch? So with BAC launch, we're also going to have some farming pools. Specifically, we're going to have Earth Maha and Earth BUSD farming pools. But we're also going to launch Polygon farms next week. So next week, we're not only seeing BAC chain launch, but we're also going to see farming pools also launch next week. The Besides that, the staking rewards for Maha currently are only on the Polygon chain, but once we launch Maha Chain, then everything will get migrated to the Maha Chain. So is the $5,000 reward for new stakers only? No, it is for all the stakers. So $5,000, 5,000 Maha per month is for all the stakers. So if you stake today, then you're eligible for, if you're a staker who was staked maybe a few months ago, you've been eligible for these rewards since the time you have staked. So that's the benefit of staking early. How is Mahachain going to be different from other blockchains? I think we just spoke about it. There's a Cointelegraph PR that talks about this. If Maha is backed by USD gold, where do you store these currencies and assets? So essentially, it's not Maha that is backed by USD and gold. It is rather Earth, which is our stable coin, that is backed by these assets. But the thing is that it is really pegged to these assets. It is backed by cryptocurrency, right? So in here, if you go to earthcoin.com, you can see very clearly that that Earth is the currency. Let me see if I can show you some more detail. Give me a moment. There is a pie chart that you can sort of see that talks about the backing of Earth. It's in the documentation docs. Earth.com. Yeah, what is Earth? So Earth is actually the currency that is pegged. It is pegged to 80% fiat, 15% gold, and 5% Bitcoin, right? So Earth is a currency, not Maha, that is backed by USD, gold, and other assets. But it is just a peg. It is being pegged to something, and being backed by something is totally different. Yeah. So Earth is pegged to this basket, but it is backed by cryptocurrency collateral like BUSD, Maha, BNB, and so on. So yeah, that's how it works. As long as we maintain enough collateral to support our peg, we will always stay to the peg. So that's how it works. How long will forward rewards be for stakers? 4 years. So currently the forward rewards is for 1 year. So essentially, where is it? Yeah, this one. So the APR we calculate is for 1 year. So this is the allocation that has been given to us for 1 year. But as obviously more IBOs come, then we'll see more projects sort of coming in as well. So at the moment, yeah, we have two projects, Scallop and Forward. As more projects come in, they are going to be, yeah, they're going to get added over here as well. Okay, what methods are we using for Maha? What proof of method? So we're using proof of stake. When is it launching on BAC chain? So we're launching it today, like today being Friday, but we're going to announce it on Monday. So on Monday we're going to have the official announcement put out. Next question from Jeff Jeffrey Katz. Oh my goodness, that's a fun name. Will the staking pool close in a certain time, or when it reaches a certain threshold, so APR will not decrease further? So there is no closure. Staking pool is open 24/7. But the nice thing about staking, Jeffrey, is that as more people stake their tokens, the scarcity increases. You see, and there's not more than 50,000 Maha that's going to get unlocked every month. That's a very small number of Maha tokens if you think about it. So, which means if staking APR decreases, it is still fine because the price will increase, you see. So the side effect of staking is that you create scarcity and you choke the supply basically, right? Because of the choking of supply, the price increases, but as more people stake, the APR definitely decreases, right? So it's sort of like a win lose sort of a thing. You lose in APR, but you gain in a better price, you see. So yeah. Um, when Mahax take an early airdrop, once we fix the staking contract, then Mahax early airdrop. Then let's see what can you do. When will more IBO tokens be added? So Arnold asked, will more IBO tokens be added as rewards? The answer is yes. So as we said here, there's only two. Currently, we have two tokens, Scallop and Forward. There's going to be more tokens that get added as we do more IBOs in the future. Moving on. Imperable review asks, "Can I join as a MahaDAO patron?" Absolutely. There's we have with us Michael, who is dedicated to getting all the different applicants or different people joining us as patrons. And please do join us. In fact, we just had a very fun call with the MahaDAO patrons where we showcased a lot of different things that are being worked on. So to get in, all you need to do is just I'm sharing this link on the chat. All you need to do is sort of apply on go to this forum, create an account, and apply, and then Michael will then just take it there from you, take it there over for you. Yeah. What about liquidity for what for Earth? I tried to buy Earth, but there was no way to do it. Grizek Grizik Sikora. Sorry if I butchered your name. Okay, so essentially, farming pools are going to start next week for Earth, and that's the most exciting thing because we're going to start allowing for farms for people to allow to mine Earth to add liquidity to Earth, but also we're also enabling Maha to be added as collateral for Earth. Now, this is a very big thing because essentially there's a lot of Maha out there that can be used to sort of be that is just floating around, right? That can be used as collateral for Earth. Now, that is not only going to add liquidity. There's not going to be more Earth that is floating around, but it's also going to add to the scarcity of Maha as well. So by allowing Maha to be used as collateral for Earth, we enable liquidity for Earth, but at the same time scarcity for Maha. So moving on, let me just see about the staking APRs. So the next question that says, how come the staking APR for 1 month is staked for is lesser than the 3 months? It's because the staking APR is basically determined by how long you stake. So if you are a person that stakes for that, let's say you're a small guy, right? If you're a small guy and you stake for 4 years, right, your Maha tokens, then you get as much as voting power as maybe a big guy. You see? So let's say if I have 100 Maha tokens and I stake my Maha tokens for 4 years, then I will get the power of a full 100 Maha tokens. Whereas if I'm a guy and and let's say I stake, I have 400 Maha tokens, right? So I'm four times bigger than you. But let's say I only stake for 1 year instead of 4 years, right? Then my Maha power is actually one fourth of the power that you have, right? And the reason why is because the longer you stake, the more preference is given to you, right? Which is why people who stick for 4 years get maximum full benefit, everything, right? And then people who stake for 1 year get one fourth the benefit, right? People who stake for 6 months get like what 1/8 the benefit, and so on and so forth. So as you stake for lower and lower period, the APY decreases. But as if you stick for 4 years, that's the maximum. That's the best option. So, yeah, the longer you stake, the more APR you get. That's the mathematics, right? Um, will all the contracts be audited? Will Mahada plan to get a parachain slot, or apply for substrate grant, or join a parachain in KCM, Kusama, or DOT? Absolutely. Well, the contracts will be audited. Parachain slot, I don't think so, simply because the parachains are too competitive right now. But as it is, we would have a ton of bridges and compatibility in country compatibility. Maybe, Mahada will become that big that we actually get a parachain slot. Who knows, right? But I do project that it will take us some time. But we are definitely applying for the substrate grants, and we'll be joining Moonbeam. I think we're already in touch with the Moonbeam team in that regard. When can we see official announcements from Venezuela on the Maha partnership? Currently, work in progress. The first step for us is to get the Earth wallet live and active. I myself, I am traveling to Venezuela to meet some of the officials to get this initiated. Irrespective, MahaDAO is launching on Venezuela, no matter who comes in, right? So, I think Feb is going to be an exciting month for us in terms of this Venezuela initiative. Do we know the minimum amount of Maha for running a node on Maha chain? Yes, currently it is set at 2500 Maha X. Maha X being the where is it? The governance token. Yeah, there we go. So if you have 2500 Maha X, that's the minimum requirement for running a node. But you also need to be voted into the community as well. So that is something that we're gonna take that needs to be done as well. So you need to have 2500 Maha X plus a vote by the community to be eligible for running a node. Next question. I think there are not many questions left. That's fantastic. Then okay, so fantastic, Farad. Great to see you here. It's great that you're adding Maha as collateral, but it won't it increase the volatility of Maha. So as long as there will be volatility for Maha, yes. In the case where let's say Maha price decreases and we see some liquidations that happen, but essentially uh, a lot of the successful stablecoin projects, for example Terra Luna or Frax, right, that have used their governance token as collateral have done tremendously well. But essentially the upside is far bigger than the downside. So there is a downside in that using Maha as collateral increases volatility for Maha. Where is it? Where is that? Yeah, using Maha as collateral increases the volatility for Maha, but that is the downside. But the upside is that there is more Maha that gets locked, right? There is more Maha that gets that is used. There's more liquidity for Earth, right? So what this creates is that it creates a lot of positive upwards momentum for the Maha for the Maha price, right? Now, as long as we have collateral that is increasing in value, that can support the peg, then that means increased liquidity for Earth. So there is a downside, but the upsides are also tremendously huge. That we can build, and we can also build safety measures in the future to protect us from any potential downside. So essentially, with good safety measures, right, with good with enough liquidity, right, we should be able to sort of make sure that the system is secure as well. So Earth liquidity question was related to the Polygon chain. So yeah, next week itself, when Maha gets added as Maha gets added as when Maha gets added as collateral on Polygon chain, we will simultaneously be launching Earth Maha farming, so you can add liquidity to the Earth Maha pair as well. Moving on, will the new staking site will it be possible to stake for 1 month if I already stake for 4 years? No. So if you're so essentially one address can only stake at a time. So if you have already staked with an address, our recommendation is for you to stake with a different address, because if you were to do multiple different staking amounts or duration in one wallet, it becomes very, very complicated, and that complication is something beyond the scope of the smart contracts we have today. What will be the TPS of Mahachain? Well, currently it is using Substrate, so we're not aware of the TPS details. But once we do our stress testing, we would be able to get those details shared to you. Um, when will the smart contracts be online? Well, we're expecting early Feb or end of Jan for the testnet to go live, and then that would sort of allow for Mahachain smart contracts to go. Um, what will be a process if your MAX falls below 2500 MAX or your lock period expires? So I believe, Ivan, you're asking me with regards to running a node. So essentially, it'll be a dynamic voting process. So automatically, if your balance follows below 2500 MAX, you will be replaced by the next eligible candidate that has enough, let's say, enough voting power and community backing to meet the requirements. When will the Maha? Okay, so I think, guys, let's just conclude it with four more questions and then call it a day, right? When will the Maha correct contraction rewards be airdrop from old farming pools? Okay, thank you for bringing that up. I think post the staking is over, we will be sort of airdropping those Maha contraction rewards as well. So expected by around early Feb for that to happen. Can you talk about buying of tokens from VCs and making Maha more decentralized? Absolutely. Um, we bought back 100,000 Maha from various VCs. Various VCs to make sure that they do not have enough the Maha required to sort of screw the governance, right? By doing this, we effectively removed the biggest whales of Maha, right? Essentially, and we're talking about whales that could literally cause harm in the governance, right? So we put our own money to sort of really buy back a lot of these tokens, and it is money that at least we have worked quite hard for. Like I've worked quite a while to sort of accumulate the funds to sort of buy to perform this buyback, right? So essentially, so this makes it more decentralized because essentially the people who are holding it right now are the team, but the team always has the best interest of the community and of the project, right? And so essentially, we avoid any ill actors, and the price is sort of reflected as well. So essentially, with this move, not only shows us that we are interested and invested in the success of MahaDAO, but we know what is best for it as well. I think just three more questions, guys. So Sergeant Elias says, when will there be another IDO? When will be the forward TGE? So the next IDO will be during the after the forward TG happens, and right now the forward TG is currently in the in on very much dependent on the forward team. Their opinion has been to launch it on during a bull market, and I believe that is a very valid there's a very valid very valid assessment or a valid plan for them to launch it on a bull market. I think we should see a bull market in the month of Feb or March, because I mean, essentially BTC is all dependent on BTC, right? And I do think BTC will take off in the month of Feb or March. So I think that is it, guys. That's all for questions so far. I think we can take one more, which is from Jack Kazmarek. Sorry if I again butchered your name. What about Arthix and Deadpool, and when start paying fees? As mentioned, we have these governance contracts that are under audits. Once the governance contracts come out of audits, then we are going to have them deployed. And then the first deposit we'll be making is 20,000 Maha, which at today's price is roughly $80,000. If Maha continues to appreciate on price, that's going to be great for you guys. But essentially, we're going to continue marking off how much Maha we have paid off every month until it is fully done. So that is, I think we're expecting sometime next week or so, or the week after. So not more than 2 weeks from now. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I wanna share that this has been an opportunity. It's been a real pleasure, and thank you so much for joining with us in this journey. As mentioned before, thank you for being a part of the community. And if you want to become a part of the DAO and earn rewards, please join the MahaDAO patrons and earn Maha rewards. Yeah, so visit this link. It'll be there on the YouTube description of this video, and start contributing and becoming a part of this journey. I think the next few weeks we're going to see an increase in liquidity, an increase in people and participants. So we hope to see you all hope to see you all there. And that's it. Thank you so much.